Ciao guys!
Ciao!
We are back again with Fernando Castro Alvarez from Puerto Rico. He's an astrologer and card reader with the Cards of Truth system. Amazing, talented and full of knowledge colleague of mine.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for reading what I told you to say. Thank you. How are you, Silvia? Nice to see you.
I'm very well.
Very beautiful, like always.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So today we are keeping up with our series on the major arcana. Yeah, with the number 4, the pair number 4. The Priestess and the Pope. Okay. So we are connecting with the energy of the number 4, Mercury, and intuition and how things need to be done. I'm just, circling around the subject now for our friends. It's a definitely very important stage in the evolution because it comes after when we try to figure out how to do things internally and externally. So at the 4, we finally figured that out. And what that means when it happens within with the Priestess, and what it means, what it happens without. With the Pope, that's what we're gonna talk about.
Excellent, excellent. So yes, and let me say, I just want to say that the Pope or the Preceptor or the Hierophant and the High Priestess or the Papisa, as we call it in Italy and Spain, in Spanish-speaking countries, are 2 of my favorite major arcana cards by far. These are 2 of my favorites.
But the Priestess is very much connected to reading cards, isn't it?
Yes, and I love the Hierophant card. I love both because they represent basically, as you said, that intuition that creates security without and within. And, first let's analyze these 2 major arcana cards through the significations of the number 4, which is the 4th pair of major arcana. And what does the 4 entail? The 4 is an energy of security. It is an energy of stability. It is an energy of merit. It is, in essence, what we secure in life. And we're going to see that expressed through the 2 major arcana cards of the Hierophant, through the male principle, and through the High Priestess, through the female principle. And at the same time, the number 4, as you correctly said, is related to Mercury, the 4th planet, the prince of the planets in the planetary cabinet. And, Mercury is very chameleonic. He's an artist. And he also rules the Pancha Mahabhuta of Prithvi, or the element of Earth. And through Mercury, we can do a lot of things. Having a great Mercury in your chart is a great asset. Because through that great asset of that greatly dignified Jagrat Avashta Mercury, in the 1st, in the 1st would be the best. I have Mercury in the 1st, and, I use it all the time.
It shows.
Yeah, to appear, to be something that I'm probably not. But what I mean is that, this Mercury is very good because through this Mercury, we can appear, we can resemble things that we're not necessarily, but that we look like,
Yeah.
And through the High Priestess and through the Hierophant, that comes out. Because the High Priestess can become an empress if she wants. The High Priest, the Pope, or the Hierophant can become an emperor if he wants, because he has that ability. So let's say, look, he visited us. And let's see, what does the Hierophant mean and what does the High Priestess mean? Yeah. So as I said, the Hierophant is basically the male principle of that 4 expressed to this major arcana. So basically what we're going to have in the Hierophant is the security through precepts. It's the security through philosophy. It's the security through religion. It is someone who knows everything because he has studied a great many things. He has studied religion. He has studied astrology. He has studied philosophy. He has studied history. And at the same time, he bases his knowledge for security, for stability, for merit on commandments, on precepts, on dogma.
Yes.
And through that, he deals with the outside world outside of him and establishes, the dogma. That's why the Hierophant is a pope, because
Yeah.
he's the holy monarch.
He's on
Of,
top of the chain.
correct. Exactly. He is the divine preceptor of God in the world, and through that dogma, he rules the adherents to the faith. And now we're talking about faith. Now we come to the high priestess. And the high priestess is that energy of the four expressed through the female energy of this arcana card. And the high priestess is the same security that the Hierophant has, but it is gained through her inner voice. It is gained through her intuition, through her magical approach to life. She knows everything through her intuition, and knowing everything through her intuition grants her security.
She doesn't go by the rules. She goes
exactly.
by
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say. And gains stability through her intuitive process. So she knows everything. She, establishes her stability, her security through the faith that goes beyond dogma, that goes beyond the commandments, that goes beyond the precepts that the Hierophant has studied. So, in other words, the high priestess doesn't have to spend 7 years in university studying, because she already has it. She's connected to the whole.
Well, but she had to go through the temperance.
Exactly.
That's the thing with these two guys. I think it's easier. It's very easy to see that if once you went through the temperance, so the ability to handle and understand your emotional side, your inner persona, then that action flourishes into the intuitive side of the person. While if you go through the mastering the action, the physical action of doing something, then you figure out the rules. So if you go through the strength, you understand what rules are behind something that has been done like properly, when that gives good result. If you learn how to bake a cake, then you're gonna know what step by step you have to take in order to have a good cake baked.
And I'm gonna say something else. For those who like Game of Thrones, I don't know, do you watch Game of Thrones?
Not really, no.
Okay, if you like them, the Hierophant would be the Meisters in the series, the people who study and to give counsel to the king or the emperor, while the high priestess would be Melisandre, the witch that has the collar. So, more or less you get there an analogy of the different, what's the word? The different archetypes of these two arcana through, an analogy, a metaphor of a popular series. But in essence, we can summarize everything through, the Hierophant achieves security, achieves stability, and achieves merit through dogma, through the precepts, through religion, through philosophy, while the high priestess achieves stability, achieves merit, achieves security through her intuition, through her connection to the above and below, through her faith, through her feminine side that gives her that intuitive power to know everything.
Yeah. I would like to just add that in my experience with readings, when a four, because we're talking about fours, so the two red fours for the priestess and the two black fours for the pope, there is a sense and need of the security.
Yes.
So that paradigm of security is not easy to be let go of. Okay, so in a hand, when you reach security, it's like a sigh of relief. It's like, oh, I feel secure, and I don't want to leave this state ever again. Okay, so but life is gonna push us through all the numbers, so we will see what comes next.
The 5, where we realize, I'm tired of the security. Let's
My favorites
expand.
are the fives.
Well, people have to see that video. Let's do it.
Yeah. I'll see you next week then.
Bye. See you next week.